Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Missy here coming at you with a brand new video going over my portfolio. So I've made some updates to my portfolio as I am now focusing on more dividend growth and as well, hopefully, portfolio growth in the future. And the reason being is that I'm getting started into this pretty late. I'm 38 years old, and I need to try to speed things up as much as possible. I'm just going to be taking higher risk with some of these ETFs out there, although everything is pretty much the same kind of risk. And when you look at any type of investment, you're going to win, you're going to lose, either way, right? But we're hoping that we can end up winning here. And I'm looking at really trying to grow my portfolio dividend wise, so that way I can live off dividends much sooner than later. So before I get into this video, you should have taken the time out to read disclaimer again in this video to understand what's going on the channel at all times. If you did not do that, please go back and do so that we're on the same page. So that said, let's go and get to this video. Right now, you can see I got a total portfolio of $725.08, but my total market value, which is what I have invested into the stock market, is $585.08, and I got $140 in cash balance available to use. So right now, you can see over here, these are my current positions. I got Misty, MVDY, Connie, Bito, and SCHD. I made the decision to get rid of the iShares, Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs as they're not paying out any dividends. So I can't just sit there and just hold those into my portfolio since they're not paying out any dividends. So I got involved with Bito, which is a Bitcoin, ProShares Bitcoin ETF, and it's paying out dividends every single month, pretty much except for January, which I will get into that in later on in this video. And so I'm in ACHD, which they got the profit share split coming up on the 9th. So it's gonna be a 3-for-1 split, but the dividend yield percentage on ACHD is very low. And so I'm not the type of person that is coming in with $1,000 per week or per month. I'm on a fixed income. I'm 100% medically retired out of the United States Army. And could I be putting in more money into the stock market? Absolutely. But I'm also, just trying to prove a point to my wife to show her that if I was to invest as much money as I could into my portfolio here, I'd be able to make more money than just putting it into an investment account with the bank here in Colombia. So that I could be depositing easily, probably like $1,000 per month if I wanted to. But because that, she wants me to do this thing right here, I'm just going to prove a point to her. Like, look how fast this portfolio is growing compared to what the bank account is doing. So now, continuing on, let's go ahead and get into the Snowball Analytics here. This is something that I'm testing out for right now, but I'm thinking about subscribing to it. And they got a 20% discount going on for right now for me. And so, for one payment, the next payment. So I'm looking at doing a monthly payment, which I'll show you what the prices are here later on. But first, you can see that the value here is just slightly off, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's not that far off. As the aftermarket market hours continue to trade, and I don't know when they stop tracking my portfolio, but it's all good. It will update eventually. So you come down here, you can see that where my holdings are, and I'm thinking about getting rid of ACHD because I'm looking at more high dividend yield paying ETFs, so that way I can try to grow my dividends as fast as possible. And that's something that I have done. I got rid of the iShares, Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs, which performed well, but it wasn't paying out any dividends. And then also sold my SPY position, because it requires, a lot of money to get inside of that and to be able to earn a decent return every 3 months, compared to what I'm able to do with these yield max ETFs with Connie, MVDY, Misty, and then I'm going to show you the other ones that I'm looking at getting into as well. And also Bito, you can include Bito as well as a high dividend yield opportunity ETF. So you come right to analytics, you come right to the dividends. You can see right now, once it loads up, that I'm making $369.65 annually, which is an average of $30.80 per month. Let's see, it's come down here. You can see what's paying out per month right now. When you look at the current projection of these dividends being paid out for each of the ETFs, and this is going to change once I sell my SCHD position and get into another yield max ETF, which I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at getting into in the future. And so I just happened to come across this information due to Snowball Analytics, and I was just playing around, and so I came over here to like the community section and saw the ETFs, and as far as like what was the top ranked ETFs here according to Snowball Analytics community, and I started seeing like these high dividend yield percentage, right? Like NVDY, Connie, Tesla, then you got Misty, and then you come down a little bit further, you got OT, and let me see, where's the other one at? Yeah, then of course, yeah, I got Beto as well. So you see Beto 63.82%. AMC probably is something else I can look into in the future. I was paying 40.45%, but I'm really looking at YMAX. I don't know about maybe I should look into YMAX as well. I accidentally skipped over that one. I don't know how. So yeah, but OT and which is the one I'm looking at, and Tesla I'm looking at getting to next. I mean Connie and NVDY and then Beto, and you can see what the dividend yield percentage are for those. Okay, so when you click on NVDY, for example, here, and you see what the price is at $24.45 per share, you come out to the dividends, and it's paying out every single month. And look how much it's paying out per share. Will it continue doing this in the future? I don't know. But that's why I'm taking a chance on this now to try to take advantage of dividend growth at this moment. So that way, if I need to make any more moves, I would be able to do so, pretty much easily. And, because I'm looking at trying to take advantage of the opportunity to grow this, my shareholding as fast as possible. And so that way, that when I need to make a new move in the future, then I'll be able to easily do so and won't be able to have much of a drop off, or maybe even have an improvement. Who knows, right? So now let's go back and let's go to ETFs again, and we're gonna go to Connie here. Let's just open up a new tab. So we leave that screen there, and you see it's up 3.79%, and that was what it was able to do back on Friday, pretty much for the most part. Okay, so you come right here to the dividends, and you can see what it's paying out per month as well. So this is another reason why I got into it. And then you look at the price, $12.88. So it's very cheap to get into this and own a lot of shares of this. And so I'm looking at really this right here is actually available to use the drip with Webull, as it's activated for fractional shares. Now the other ETFs I'm looking at, NVDY, Tesla, ULT, they won't have the drip feature activated because they're not activated for fractional shares. So you got, when you invest to those, you got to buy a whole share at a time, or with Connie, you can come in here and buy fractional shares. So you don't have to worry about buying a whole share if you can't afford to do so. But this is also opportunity to get involved with when you look at the dividend payout per month. Okay, now let's close this one out, and we're gonna go down to Tesla. Open this up a new tab, and so you can see here is up as well. Everything went up, of course, back on Friday due to the economic news. But when you come down to the monthly payouts, it's not paying out as much, but it is paying out pretty good to where you can take advantage of dividend growth. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. And now let's go and close that out, and let's go take a look at Misty, which I am holding some Misty right now. And so you see the overview here. You can see how much I'm holding, 5 shares. And so you can see that I got in with $127.50. It has increased to $131.95 based on what the market did back on Friday. And I got into this on Friday. As soon as the market opened up, I was trying to get into it pre-market hours, but I was too late. And so when I got into it, the price was at like $24 and maybe $24.52, something like that. And then when the market opened up, it jumped to over $25, jumped up like over $1 immediately. So I was like, man, let me just get into this now. And then if the price goes down, I'll be able to DCA in at lower prices to bring my average share down. So that way, when the market swings back up, I'll be able to get into profit a whole lot faster. So, but that's what I was able to do with Misty. You see the dividends here, where they're paying out. And this is what really attracted me to NVDY. Look at those dividend payouts per share. And I'm pretty sure it's probably going to repeat for next year, which I'll look at the calendar here shortly. Let me see. What did I do? I closed out the wrong thing, didn't I? Let me go back here and just open up the community, a new tab again. and close that out. And then let's go ETFs. Let's see all. Oh, yep, do this right here again. And then we're going to continue down. So I'll show you Misty. We're going to go right here to OT. And you see what this going for, $10.46 per share. And let's go to the dividends payout. And this is what's paying out on a monthly basis so far. Okay. And so that's not bad at all. And let's see, what else can I do? Oh, I see what I did. Okay, I just didn't open up a new tab in the first place. And then we're going to go to, I think, Beto. Yeah, let's go to Beto. And so you can see what my holding is here, over 8 shares right now. And the reason why I'm with this Bitcoin ETF is because the cryptocurrency market is due for another bull run pretty soon. And they're predicting Bitcoin to get up to like $200,000, $300,000 per coin. Now, cryptocurrencies trade 24/7. Stock market it isn't, of course. And when you look at what Bitcoin is going to be able to do, the ETF is going to be able to move in ways that other ETFs won't move. Okay, and so that's what I'm looking at taking advantage of. So right now, Beto is going for $17.07 per share, and I can see this ETF getting easily up to $100, maybe $200-$300 per share. And, in the future, now unless it does, some multiple profit splits, and then you'll be able to increase your holdings that way as well. So that's the reason why I'm getting into the Bitcoin ETF, based off of the fact that we're due for a massive bull run any moment now. We don't know when it's going to start, but we know it's coming because they already had Bitcoin halving this year earlier, and Bitcoin's already reached new all-time highs before the Bitcoin halving even happened. So when you look at the fact that it's still sitting at like over $62, 62,000 maybe, somewhere around that area right now, it is due for a massive movement up any moment now to really get to new all-time highs and continue reaching new all-time highs. And that's the reason why I'm excited about this ETF, while it's also paying out pretty decent dividends per month. And it's getting to the point of the year where it's going to lower the dividend payout at the end of the year. And then the month of December is going to pay out twice, but it's going to be low payouts. So you look at this right here, in December of last year, the last payment that came out was over 14 cents. And then I'm going to show you the calendar as well so you can see exactly what it's doing. And it's going to repeat the same process going into next year. All right. So now you got that information. Let's go over here and we're going to go to the dividend calendar. And you can see what I'm due to receive with each of my positions. Now, I'm not going to receive the HYG. I had sold that position before getting paid out the dividend. Although I had the holding in my account during the ex-dividend date, but I ended up selling it because I'm like, it's pointless for me to hold on to it since it's only paying me out 41 cents. I know 41 cents is 41 cents. It's still a dividend payout. But, you look at the fact that I was able to sell that position and then get involved with, like Misty, Connie, MVDY. Look at I was able to make up for not getting that 41 cents. Same thing with SPY. Although I had the holding in my portfolio when the ex-dividend date happened. But 27 cents, I'm able to make up for by getting into Beto, Misty, Connie, and MVDY. So this is in October. You can see that I'm supposed to be receiving $24.94 currently. Now, if I'm able to do this right and getting involved with like Tesla or Ulti on Monday by selling my SCHD share, if I'm able to do this right, time it perfectly, maybe I can increase this even more by getting into those one of those two ETFs. So we'll see what I'm able to do. But that's what's looking like for me in the month of October. November, $24.01. Beto is going down, and payouts going to 14 cents. But that's another reason why I went ahead and increased my Beto position, because I needed to have the drip to come back in. And with Webull, I don't know about other brokers, but Webull, you gotta earn at least $1 in dividends in order for it to drip back inside of the your shares, your shareholding. Now, Connie, Beto will have drip activated, but Misty, MVDY, OT, Tesla, they're not going to have drip activated because they're not activated for fractional shares. So when you invest into those, you got to buy full shares. That's all you can do. Okay. So you come down to December, you see I'm making $26.06. Because you got SCHD getting paid out that month, which, like I said, I can get this to over $1 at the time if I want to, but I'm looking at those other ETFs. I'm looking at selling my SCHD position and getting to those other ETFs that's paying out high dividend yield percentages. You look at this, it's paying out 3.46%. Everything else is like well over 60% at least. So, and then Beto is paying out in the month of December twice, 13 cents per share, and then again at the end of December at 15 cents per share. Then you get into January, there's no payment for Beto. So, but that's okay. I keep on increasing my holding with Beto, and hopefully what I don't get in dividends, I make up for in performance, because hopefully at this time, Bitcoin is already doing this huge movement up, for the bull run. All right, and then I can also have Tesla and UTI here to offset what I'm not getting for Beto. So you get down to February, it starts paying the Beto again, 36 cents per share. And you see what's going on with the other ones. So I'm getting $25.75 currently in the month of February. But I said that's what my current holdings. And once I improve my, increase my holdings with each of the ETFs, then it's going to change. It's going to increase. Okay. So then you come right to the month of March is getting $29.53. And you can see Beto is increasing its payout again. And you see what everything else is doing. Currently SCHD. And April, and then this right here is just being able to show me what's going on what's happening next year currently. So right now, way things set up, I'm making $362.94 annually at an average of $30.24. And you can see my yield percentage on average is 62.06%. I'm earning 99 cents daily right now on average. And so I'm not going to receive this dividend of 41 cents because I don't own that stock anymore, or ETF anymore. Excuse me. So when you get over here and you look at these other ETFs and you want to see why it's paying out as well, I want to show you this. Let's go to, for example, Connie. So Connie is invested into Coinbase. So that's what that is. Coinbase, it is the #1 cryptocurrency exchange in the United States. All right. So and that's the reason why you see these kind of ETFs pan out what is paying out, and then you come back out and let's go to example NVDY. That's in NVDA, which is in Nvidia. So they're invested into that, and then you come down to Misty. I don't know what the MSTR is, but that's another company that they're investing to with this ETF. So, although it is the same kind of ETF with yield mats, but each ETF is doing something different slightly. And while also investing into like treasury bonds or something like that, right? So I like that option. And then you come down to like example for YMAX, they're in Universe Fund, right here. And then you got OT, so then Ultra Option Income Strategy. And let me see, where's another one? Tesla. I forgot Tesla. Tesla is going into Tesla as well. So that's another thing that attracted me to these, right along with the high dividend yield percentage, is the fact that they're investing into the very good performing companies. Okay. So another thing that I got a goal for, I want to be able to, I got smaller goals. I want to get to $100 per month, $500 per month in dividends, and then, $1,000 and so on and so forth. But my goal for my first major goal is to make $100,000 per year. So when you come right to the dashboard, you come down to the bottom, you're able to see where you got my goal. Okay. And so let's go right to the more section. And if you use what my account is currently set up for right now, so I'm not making up these numbers or anything like that. I'm looking at passive income. I could do this for portfolio as well, but I'm looking at passive income because I want to live off. I want to live off my dividends, and so I was like, I want to get to $100,000 per year. So that would give me over $8,300 per month, and right along with my my pension from the United States Army, being 100% medically retired. This right here is going to be able to set me on the path to financial freedom, or I'll be financially free. Okay. So I put it in, I want to achieve it in 15 years. So by 2039, And so right now, my average contribution is $182.97, which I have been increased. I increased that this month pretty much a whole lot because I'm looking at doing $200 per month starting next month. And then in next year, I want to increase it again. So I'm going to show you all the information. So I'm starting at $200 for the rest of this year, starting next month, which I was able to put in more than $200 this month. Like I said, I could put in more money if I wanted to, but I'm just trying to also make my wife happy while also trying to prove her wrong about putting as much money into the bank as possible into that investment account. So when you look at my dividend yield percentage, what the dividend growth and dividend yield percentage is going to be, I just used the information that's in my portfolio. That's all I did. So I'm not making these numbers up. You can see that where it's showing. And I just put it in there, and then I said I want to increase my contributions to 25%. And that's going to be doing that every single year going forward. And then I'm using inflation based off United States. So the inflation in the United States will not really affect me so much here in Colombia, as long as the dollar stays strong, because, like inflation can go at 3.5% in the United States, but because I'm making a dollar and the dollar being so strong here in Colombia, I can get away with it. Okay. So I just left it at that 3.5% inflation. And then I got a safe scenario and an alternative scenario, and I saved and calculated that. And it's showing here in 7 years, I'll be able to achieve my first major goal. And, so it's showing that when you come down here, you can see that it's starting at $100,000, which is the goal. And then it's increasing every year based on 3.5% inflation. Okay. And so how much I'm going to be investing into it per year. So the rest of this year, I'm putting $200 in per month. So, but it's showing $2,400 per year, but that's not true. I really just got started with this back in, very end of July, 1st of August. Okay. So next year, I'll be putting $250 per month. Like I said, I could put more than this if I wanted to, but I already explained that. And, so it'll be $3,000 per year. And, so then I'll be making the safe scenario. You can see the safe scenario over here with dividends. And you can also see what, me putting in the money in with the current information that I have for my portfolio. I'd be at $2,500 per year by the end of 2025. And, I don't know if this is including drip or reinvestment or anything like that. I think it's just based off me putting in the, deposits myself. So that's something else that I'm going to be paying attention to. But based off of this information right here, and, I get down to 2031, I will achieve my goal. Okay. And so this showing that over $127,000 will be the same as $100,000 today in 2031, based off 3.5% inflation, and I'll be earning over $141,000 per year. So yeah, when you look at that, let's just put 141,000 and you divide that by 12. You're looking at over $11,750 per month. Now I won't need to withdraw that on a monthly basis. I could withdraw that, maybe twice or 3 times per year, and then let the rest of it snowball, continue to snowball, because I got another goal of I want to become a millionaire. So maybe by the year 2036, with me withdrawing, the way that I plan on doing, like 2 or 3 times per year, it'd probably be 2036 when I'll be able to hit the millionaire status with dividend payouts per year. Okay. And then, you keep on going down. And, if this right here just continues to work the way that I hope it does, I can look at making millions of dollars per year in no time. So I'm 38 years old, and you're looking at literally in 7 years, I can be, 45 years old in 7 years, and then already financially free that fast, because I don't have the luxury of waiting like many people who are getting started in their 20s. Early 30s. I got to go ahead and make moves right now to try to increase my dividend payouts every single month, every single year. So I'm willing to take that risk, although, everything's always a risk. But yeah, that right there is that. And, so when you look at the cost of this, let's go here to subscribe. Annually, you can see the prices here. So right now I'm on a free account because I'm testing it out. And, so when you look at the annual price, I think this is on annually, right? Yeah, it's on annually. Okay, I see it now. So yeah, they got a 20% discount off on the products here, the packages here. And so this is just the one-time payment. So yeah, even if you go to the monthly one, it's just for the next payment. That's it. So you get this month off for the 20% discount, and then next month it goes back up to the regular price, which I'm looking at getting into an investor package anyway. And you look at what's included in the investor package, you get 10 portfolios, unlimited holdings, unlimited custom holdings, 10 on watch lists, full benchmarking, top 50 dividend stocks, all advanced filters, 10-year company fundamentals, 30 plus years back test, and priority support, right along with these other two packages here as well. So a lot of people just go with this one because when you look at the expert one, there's not really that much difference at all. Okay. So, but yeah, I'm looking at getting into investor one. I like what I see for so far from the Snowball Analytics. If you're interested in joining Snowball Analytics, you'll be able to, find this link down in the description of the video, as well as use the link that I'm having in the comment section on my website and be able to create your account. But that right there is pretty much all that I have to talk about with my portfolio update. I probably won't do another video until next month. And so you can see what's going on with my account a month later, and to see if I'm still making big moves, good moves for myself, big moves for myself. And so that way I can try to position myself in the future here much faster than what I was expecting to do with the other route that I was looking at before. All right. So that right there is all I have to say. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time in this video. Take care, everyone.